Tourism is an ever-changing segment due to many factors, especially on tourist demand. Italy has a strong attractiveness thanks to its natural and cultural heritage. New segments in the sector are currently changing tourist demand, especially in Italy, which is rich in culture, cuisine, tradition, and breathtaking natural landscapes. This research wants to provide for Italian tourist activities both in less developed places and in the big cities an innovative approach which aims at enhancing territorial capacities. The development on tourism can be noticed since past years. The first form of tourism as we define it today notably developed with the ancient Romans, thanks to their extensive far-reaching road network. During Roman times, basic form of vacation spread. At the same time, it is worth highlighting that pilgrimage became very common during the Middle Ages. During the Renaissance, there was the Grand Tour, a journey considered as the first form of cultural tourism. In the 20th century, the right to paid vacation, commercial aviation, and an increase of private vehicles made it easier to travel, and tourism started being considered as a fundamental factor at the economic and social level. The development of tourism began with the creation of travel agencies. The real turning point was made in the 70s with the invention of inclusive tour, when Italian travel agencies started focusing on all-inclusive packages, that is to say, a series of services which the travel agency put together at the lower price. In the 70s, the first network that appeared completely changed tourist industry and became a fundamental tool for both distribution and strategy. The first global distribution system were adopted in order to make room booking, ticketing and packages more effective for hotels, tour operators and airline companies, by reducing prices according to the tourist demand. But one of the most important elements in this field is the dissemination of information. For this reason, it is possible to say that Web 2.0 radically changed the tourist sector. Other relevant elements are the search engine, the online travel agencies such as Expedia, Booking or Trivago, blogs and social media, which have a significant impact on tourist marketing. Another innovation in the sector was the creation of low-cost phenomenon. Airlines in particular started to adopt this strategy based on the cut of extra services. Low-cost airline companies believe that low fares, no frills. Tourism, especially nowadays, is a non-homogeneous product, and these characteristics regard both demand and supply. As far as the supply side is concerned, tourists are choosing non-conventional destinations, which impresses a strong and continuous stimulus on the current market trend. According to the 2017 data of the Italian Tourist Study Center, our cities have managed to attract 44 million visitors, a consistent figure with a sharp increase in the upcoming years. The fact that culture is very important tourist attraction has various consequences, both positive and negative, because tourist development must be aimed at sustainable development of the community and the host community. But at the same time, the search for customization and participation are becoming very popular among contemporary tourists. In this concept, it is possible to define the creative tourism, which is currently a widespread trend of traditional cultural tourism. The Creative Tourism Network, or the International Network for the Promotion of Creative Tourism, has been promoting this project, which has now been tested in many countries for years. Food and wine tourism is an interesting case of alternative cultural tourism, which encompasses the theme of creative industry, respect for the environment, and authenticity. Food and wine tourism is now the flagship of the Italian tourist scene, with a constant increase, especially in international presences. According to the 2015 Bank of Italy figures, almost 1 million foreign tourists visited Italy on trips connected to food and wine, with 1.3 million overnight stays. Therefore, the meals consumed during their travel experience assume a particular significance. Currently, only a certain number of Italian territories is able to create products that work and is able to combine the product with tangible services. The Italian Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Forestry Policies inaugurated 2018 the National Year of Italian Food. The aim of this social campaign is to combine the theme of food with other strengths of Italy, such as art, landscapes and culture, to pay tribute to the cultural and artistic heritage that characterize Italy. This segment has a strong connection with the concept of sustainability. In the case of tourism, it means guaranteeing a satisfying experience for the tourist, while respecting the environment. In this perspective, ecotourism or ecological tourism is a segment of tourism chosen by travelers who have social and ecological awareness. The year 2002 was proclaimed the Year of Ecotourism by United Nations. After an international debate on sustainability, the definition of ecotourism was coined through the Declaration of Quebec. Ecotourism, food and wine tourism are extremely important in Italy, which is rich in natural and gastronomic resources. Italy is becoming increasingly sensitive to the environment and considers the importance and the advantages of green hospitality as much as the most advanced European countries do. According to the result of a survey conducted by Italian National Tourist Board, the most popular tourist products during this summer were food and wine and cycling. The majority of tour operators reported an increase in food and wine tourism compared to 2017. In fact, 90% of foreign countries recorded an upward trend. According to the 2018 Italian Tourist Board figures, this new trend in tourism are gaining importance because of the increase of tourist demand. However, on the one hand, this increase implies the need to protect Italy's regions, which have many precious resources, while on the other, there are still regions in the country that have not fully developed their potentials in terms of tourism. And if tourism is developed ecologically and sustainably, it can foster to safeguard of a region tradition and economy.